Next, we will watch performance of talk show from Wisdom celebrating Children's Day.
Okay, therefore, please welcome our moderator and enjoy the show. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Obat, obrolan perempuan hebat. A talk show where professional women gather to discuss interesting topic. And I'm Lala, as the moderator, will guide this show. In this great opportunity, especially to celebrate World Children's Day, we are going to discuss a raising issue faced among children. Stunting with excellent speakers from relevant professions. Please welcome our honorable guest. Have a seat, please. I would like to introduce our guest for today. First, we have Miss Jihan at Midwife at Sri Kandi Hospital. Hello, Miss. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jihan. Next, we have Miss Kori as the Vice Ministry of Health. Hello, Miss. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you.
And next, we have Miss Dewey as a pregnant mother. Also, Miss Kiana, who is well known as a TikTok influencer that has concerns with this issue, especially about how to take care of a child with stunting condition. Hello, Miss. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm feeling great, thank you.
Thank you, Miss. And next, we have Miss Chantika as a midwifery student. Hello, Miss. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And last, we have Miss Keisha as a nutritionist. Hello, Miss. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. As we know that cases of stunting in children are still a serious problem faced by many countries. And Indonesia is also one of the countries that's still struggling with this issue. Therefore, on this occasion, as well as to commemorate World Children's Day, we are going to discuss this issue with our special guest. First, I want to ask Ms. Jihan as a midwife. Can you give us a brief definition about stunting, Miss?
Okay, thank you for the time and the place, Miss. Stunting is a problem in child development that is caused by malnutrition and is usually characterized by a child height which tend to be shorter compared to other children of the same age. And this condition often occurs due to a lack of mother knowledge about health and nutrition during the pre-pregnancy period until the puerperium. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jihan. The next question is for Ms. Kori. As the Vice Ministry of Health, why do you think that stunting needs more attention from all parts of society? And what is the reason why our country needs to be aware of the harm of stunting for children, Miss?
Okay, Ms. Lala, it is important to know that the impact caused by stunting is not only in the form of physical condition, but also the mental health and child's mindset. Therefore, we need to be more aware about the problem of stunting, especially for mothers and families, to better maintain children's nutritional intake during the growth period.
Okay, thank you, Miss. You may have a seat. Next, we are going to Miss Chantika as the midwifery student who is doing research about stunting in Indonesia. Are there any issues, Miss, that surprise you, given that you are actively involved in society?
It was unfortunate when I noticed that a lot of children whose bodies were in very poor condition. Many of them, after I checked, were stunted, and their parents didn't know about it. It is caused by a lack of parent knowledge about stunting and limited access to healthcare service. I conduct the research at one of the provinces in Indonesia a couple years ago.
Okay, if we may know, after conducting research in the area, are there any issues that surprise you given that you are actively involved in society? And is it possible that there are other factors that can cause stunting apart from malnutrition?
From the result that I have done, I get the condition of many underage children who are already pregnant, with so many underage mothers to be. This can increase the number of stunting. I get the condition of lots of underage children who are already pregnant, with so many underage mothers to be. This can increase the number of stunting in Indonesia.
Okay, so in your opinion, what effort can be done to prevent stunting, Miss?
In my opinion, we have to take to concern prevent possible harm, such as providing adequate nutrition according to needs during pregnancy, and routinely carrying out examination at health workers, so that they can detect possible infection that are experienced, so as to prevent infection.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Next, we will move to Miss Dewey. As a pregnant mother, how do you respond to that statement, ma'am? Do you understand what stunting is during your pregnancy? And then can you tell us about what do you experience?
For me, there are no serious problems, and I also don't really know about that. The only thing I know is while I get pregnant, I just have to maintain my health by eating nutritious food so that my child will be healthy later.
Okay, from what you know so far, apart from maintaining of health the food that you eat, are there any other things that you should pay attention during your pregnancy?
According to what the midwife suggests, I have to keep the environment around me clean so that it doesn't cause infection in pregnant women, which can affect the fetus.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Next, we are going to the midwife again, because there are still many who don't know more about stunting. Miss Jihan, can you explain more to us about what are the causes of stunting and when it can happen, Miss?
Stunting does not only occur due to malnutrition during birth, but it can be also occur earlier during the pregnancy. Stunting can be also caused due to infectious disease, micronutrient deficiency, and the environment.
Okay, besides that, what are the long-term effects if a child is stunted? And what are the treatments that can be done to overcome stunting, Miss?
The effect that can occur is that stunting can potentially slow down brain development in the long term in the form of mental retardation, low learning ability, and the risk of developing chronic disease such as hypertension to obesity. To treat children with stunting, providing additional nutrition in the form of foods rich in animal protein, fat, and calorie, and providing supplement in the form of vitamin A is needed.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
I give the floor back to the Ministry of Health. As we all know that access to clean water and sanitation is important in helping to prevent stunting. Meanwhile, the amount is not equally distributed all around Indonesia. What is your opinion about this, Miss?
In my opinion, access to clean water and basic sanitation is one of national priority programs. The government currently trying to accelerate and provide clean water and sanitation evenly in every region in Indonesia with the aim of tackling stunting.
Okay, besides that, are there any other efforts made by the Ministry of Health to prevent stunting at this time, Miss?
The Ministry of Health is trying to provide adequate health facilities at each health center, as well as an increase in the quality of health workers who will be distributed evenly in each region. In addition, the Ministry of Health will make several efforts, namely giving iron supplements or blood tablets for young women, conducting pregnancy checks, and providing additional food to pregnant women to provide adequate nutrition, as well as providing adequate nutrition to children aged 6 to 24 months.
Okay, thank you, Miss. You may have a seat. Next, I want to ask Miss Keisha, as a TikTok influencer that has been concerned with this issue. What challenges did you face in caring for a child with stunting condition, Miss?
In my own experience, to be honest, it's quite complex to take care of a child with this condition because he needs more attention on nutritional intake.
Okay, can you tell us further about the more attention that you previously stated, Miss?
For example, such as providing adequate nutritional intake, especially in food rich in animal protein, such as egg and milk, because these are really needed by children.
Alright, so how do you respond to comments from netizens, Miss, regarding the condition of your child?
I keep telling them about stunting because I think that's my biggest responsibility as an influencer to raise awareness. I'll tell everything based my own experience, and I will respond to some comments and ignore the hate towards me in order to not drain my mentality.
Okay, thank you, Miss. You may have a
Thank
seat.
you.
Next, we are going to Miss Nutritionist. As we all know, Miss Keisha, there are still many cases of stunting in Indonesia, and prevention of stunting is still the government top priority. So, in your opinion, why stunting is important, and since when has stunting been prevented, Miss?
Okay, well, the balance of nutrition is very important in preventing stunting this time. It began while still in pregnancy. It aims to support the child growth and development process so that it can run optimally.
Besides that, what are the necessary nutrients in preventing stunting, Miss?
To prevent stunting, mothers need to consume enough macronutrients such as carbohydrate, fat, and protein. It is also important to consume food and drink that are rich in vitamin and mineral, namely iron, folic acid, magnesium, zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin B. And it can be earned from fish, egg, cheese, yogurt, and various fruit and vegetables.
Okay, thank you, Miss. You may have a seat. Entering the end of our discussion today, I will give a conclusion from all the answers of the speakers. The conclusion that I can convey is, child stunting is a condition where children hikes below the average of their age. And child stunting can be caused by prolonged chronic malnutrition and also by infectious disease, maternal nutritional status, and dietary intake. Also, prevention of stunting is not only the responsibility of midwives and medical personnel, but the role of parents, families, and the environment are also very influential. That's all for our discussion today. I would like to thank all the speakers and all attendees for the participation so that this event can run successfully. Sorry if there are any mistakes, and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
What an amazing perform, right?
Right, absolutely. We are always tuning.
Finally, it's the end of the show.
Thank you for everyone supporting this event. I'm Fairuz Salsabil Febi Tiarani.
And I'm Nadia Melinda.
Thanks for your attention. Goodbye and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wow, it's so very fantastic. As the Indonesian people, we must love Indonesian product. One of them is batik.